Mr. Dan Bongino gets the golden mic passed to him from one of the greats, Rush Limbaugh. He's going to be taking over some of the airwaves, some of his airwaves. I don't think he has a full market, but hey, he has some of it, which is good enough. He's replacing, well, I hate to say replacing, but yeah, he's replacing Rush Limbaugh, who passed away a couple of weeks ago. You know, the conservative market needed a conservative voice, so they chose Dan Bongino. Yeah, congratulations to you, man. Hey, good job, good job. He's only been in the market, the internet market, really for a couple of years, a few years. Well, I'd say about 3 or 4 years. But other than that, he's a former Secret Service member. He was also a New York police officer. He also ran for congressional seats. 3 of them, 2 in Maryland, 1 in Florida. He was one of the most vocal conservatives out there. And one good thing about it is he speaks his mind. I guess that's a good thing when it comes to the conservative market. So congratulations to you, Mr. Bongino. I'll tune in and check you out as soon as you get everything. I think he's supposed to take over the market, I want to say mid to late May is when he's gonna his show is gonna drop. So good for him. Good for him. I'm happy for him. What do I want to tackle next? Check this out. Come on, go down. There it is. This blows. This is according to TMZ. The Veep seal, the presidential seal right here for the vice president, was blown off. The wind blew it off. And here's right here. Here's the second picture. It's missing. Where is it? Where is it? Here, there? It's not there. What happened? Is that a sign? Some people are taking it as a sign. Well, I'm taking it as a sign personally. So yeah, I believe it was a sign. So, but check this out though. Dave had some things to say about them and their Air Force Two call sign. Check this out.
Now, it's very interesting. We talk about how Kamala Harris, during the inauguration, they flew in on private planes. And there have been many, many cases where Biden flew off and his plane was not designated, the call sign was not Air Force One. That's very interesting right off the bat. And it seems that they're having problems with their planes. And it seems that Kamala Harris is continually taking different planes than Air Force One or Air Force Two. It seems that she's flying on maybe private planes. And this is coming from George News. It says Harris and Emhoff arrived at the tarmac at 8:26 a.m. Pacific time. They boarded the plane at 8:29 Pacific. Noting transportation change today. Press won't be on Air Force Two. Per VP's office, the plane that Harris and Emhoff took to Los Angeles had to be replaced overnight with a smaller plane because of required maintenance. Press and majority of staff will fly on a support plane to Denver and Joint Base Andrews. It always seems that they need to switch out planes and they're not riding or flying on planes that have the proper call sign. That's very interesting.
That is interesting. How is that? You are the second in command of the free world, and your call sign is not being used. I'm not gonna lead anyone into thinking what I'm saying. You just form your own opinion on that. Okay, this has happened to the head man of the free world. His call sign has not been used each time that he's flown on AF1. Something's wrong with that. Something's definitely wrong with that. Anyway, oh yeah, that's another doozy for me. All right. Another thing that's happening right now. Oh, let me come back over here. The Washington Post had to retract a lot of things lately, especially anything dealing with the former president. Now, a few days ago, they had to retract. I don't know if you guys remember the telephone conversation between the former president and the Secretary of State of Georgia. They said that he was shopping for votes, trying to convince him to give, the Secretary of State to give him votes. This is in Georgia. He was not doing that. I heard the entire call. It's about an hour long. I listened to the entire thing. And if you listen to it, each question was a rhetorical question. But we'll get into that later. But I wanted to show you something. What's going on in the media? Look at this. Look, the Washington Post panned for massive corrections to Trump's election story. So they made up quotes. All right, they made up stuff which had to be retracted. Newsweek, they had to make corrections. The New York Post, the Federalist, the Daily Mail, the Medialite, the Washington Examiner, Newsbusters, Washington Times. All of these people had to retract statements based on that one telephone call that didn't happen the way they said it happened. They chopped and screwed that interview to make it appear that he was shopping for votes when really he wasn't. He was giving him the opportunity to come clean. Let him know that, hey, I'm letting you know. I'm basically notifying you that the law was broken and you have the opportunity to straighten this out. Well, the Secretary of State and his attorney said, no, we checked everything and we did this. Nothing was done illegally and all of this. So, but let's see if I can pull up that recording for you guys. That way you can hear for yourself. Just take a listen.
The people of Georgia are angry. The people of the country are angry. And there's nothing wrong with saying that, that you've recalculated, because the 2,236 and absentee ballots, I mean, they're all exact numbers that were done by accounting firms, law firms, etc. And even if you cut them in half, and cut them in half again, it's more votes than we need.
Well, Mr. President, the challenge that you have is the data you have is wrong.
Now, these are, this is the actual recording that was chopped up and slanted in the direction they wanted it to go. Now, like I said, the entire phone call was about 50 something minutes. So, but yeah, these are rhetorical questions. You know the definition of rhetorical. Basically, the former president knew the answer to these questions. But just keep listening.
I won this election by hundreds of thousands of votes. There's no way I lost Georgia. There's no way. We won by hundreds of thousands of votes. I'm just going by small numbers. When you add them up, they're many times the 11,000. But I won that state by hundreds of thousands of votes. Now, do you think it's possible that they shredded ballots in Fulton County? Because that's what the rumor is. And also that Dominion took out machines. That Dominion is really moving fast to get rid of their machinery. Do you know anything about that? Because that's illegal.
This is Ryan, Germany. No, Dominion has not moved any machinery out of Fulton County. We're having.
Well, but have they moved? Have they moved the inner parts of the machines and replaced them with other parts?
Now, you know he know the answer to that question, but he has to ask that question. And just to give them the opportunity to explain.
No.
You sure, Ryan?
I'm sure.
Now, didn't that sound like a father talking to his son? Okay, who broke the vase? It wasn't me, Dad. It wasn't me. Are you sure you didn't break the vase? Are you sure you didn't break the vase? That's what it sounds like to me. Okay.
Sure, Mr. President.
And what about the ballots? The shredding of the ballots. Have they been shredding ballots?
No. The only investigation that we have into that, they have not been shredding any ballots. There was an issue in Cobb County where they were doing normal, office shredding, getting rid of old stuff, and we investigated that.
Well, yeah, that's enough of that. I'm not going to play the entire thing, but if you want to check out the entire thing, you could easily go and look up. This is where it is. News.com. Oh, I forgot to say that last video with talking about Emhoff and Harris plane. That was Dave with X22 Report. Now, if you're not following Dave with the X22 Report, you're not into citizen journalism. If you're not following him, you are not in citizen journalism, because he is the GOAT, the greatest of all basically the greatest of all time as far as when it comes to this citizen journalism and anything over the internet, as far as breaking this thing down, giving his opinion, his analogy on situations coming up. But other than that, if you're not following him, something is definitely wrong. It's x22report.com. Man, I would log in onto that any chance I get. Anyway, that was it. Oh, one thing I wanted to touch on here in Houston is crazy. This right here. A Houston pharmacy CEO arrested in disturbing $134 million Medicare fraud scheme. Wow. And look at this car. Look at this car. Man. It's a Ferrari, a Bentley, and a lavish $1.5 million mansion in Houston with just a few luxury items the Fed uncovered when they busted a Medicare fraud scheme. There are going to be a lot more of these exposed, especially when they switch over to the new financial system. But this was just something that fascinated me. Here's going on in Houston. Also, congratulations to Troy Fenner, that's made chief down here. Fenner went to school with me. Went to Madison. Yeah, he graduated a few years before me, but I know him. I know him very well. Know him and the family. So congratulations to you, Troy. Good job. He was supposed to be there before the last chief, but politics plays in there. Or if you say it like Miss Cardi, politics played a part in that. So anyway, people, that was it. I just wanted to, I'm trying to break my chops in on this thing and learn how to do, work this system. I'm trying to become more flawless with my system, my glasses. Today I had my eyes dilated. So everything is really, really, really foggy. So I have my little readers on. And so please forgive the glare, because like I said, my eyes they're burning and hurting like I don't know what it's like. But these actually help a little bit as far as me focusing. So, but other than that, appreciate you guys. Subscribe, share, like, everything you can do to this video. There'll be more to come. My goal is to drop 1 or 2 videos a week, and I also want to do some interviews. Now, interviews of people that are following me on IG. Now, please forgive me if I hadn't posted my IG yet. It's still private. I don't want that account to go public because of the content. They may suspend me if they saw the stuff that I was putting out there. But yeah, I don't want that. I'm gonna keep it private, and I'll bring you in, on a case-by-case basis. I'm slowly doing it. Trust me, I am. Some people are finally seeing that I'm actually approving them. So just bear with me. And other than that, until the next video, peace.